This article covers all the fallacies or false rules that have been taught to young students over the years. For the most part, many of these rules are usually accurate, but the way they are worded can be confusing or misleading to students. You don't want students memorizing and using rules as always true when they aren't. Modern educators have now found better ways to explain and teach these rules without misleading words and giving students a false impression of these 13 math concepts. Quote 1. Hints or repeated practices have pointed students in directions that are less than helpful. End quote. While hints might help with a few math concepts early on, once a student progresses further into their knowledge of math, these shortcuts expire or don't work anymore. This can be very frustrating because without a shortcut, the student can't solve more advanced math problems because they don't have an in-depth understanding of numbers. Quote 2. The Common Core state standards for mathematical practice advocate for students to become problem solvers who can reason, apply, justify, and effectively use appropriate mathematics vocabulary to demonstrate their understanding of mathematics concepts. End quote. This definition outlines the overall goals when teaching students mathematics. These goals do not get met when students are simply given a bunch of tricks and shortcuts to use during their math practice. This is encouraging them to just memorize facts as opposed to deepening their conceptual understanding of the material. Quote 3. Using accurate and precise vocabulary is an important part of developing student understanding that supports student learning and withstands the need for complexity. End quote. Using confusing words in math rules and problems can mislead students and give them a false understanding of mathematical concepts. It's extremely important that teachers recognize this and are very careful in what words they use to explain certain concepts. In conclusion, it's critical for all teachers to be aware that how they teach math has long-term effects on students. This article helps show the proper vocabulary to use when explaining certain topics to avoid confusion. It also explains why certain math tricks shouldn't be used in the classroom and offers better ways to teach these concepts that promotes a deeper understanding.